I'm looking at the last remaining ancient wonder of the world.
This is a bit of alright.
It's definitely rough around the edges.
The most fun trying to get your ticket, everyone pushes in.
Well, that was absolutely chaotic.
We now have the 12-year-old trying to take me on his camel. Good morning and welcome to Giza. From the old town of Cairo, we took a 30-minute Uber across Cairo, crossing the Great River Nile to the town city of Giza. We've checked into Jimmy's pyramid view, so I feel like I've given you a little bit of a hint of what I'm currently looking at from my balcony. I will just show you. Is that not the best view you have ever seen? I'm sat here, literally just woke up, put my clothes on, and I'm looking at the last remaining ancient wonder of the world. And you can stay in this place. It's like second row of houses, hotels in Giza, looking at the pyramids for $45 a night. Welcome to the pyramids.
I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting the pyramids to be in a city, in a town on the outskirts of the capital city. I was expecting them to be in the middle of nowhere. I find it really strange that
I was expecting it to be like surrounded by the desert.
Yeah, I find it really strange that we're just in the middle of this town right now, looking at one of the greatest things ever. But let's give you a room tour. So obviously we have our balcony. Who else can say that they've stayed in front of the pyramids with a balcony like this?
Whoever booked this hotel.
Yeah,
probably.
true, but amazing. And then when you come in, the value is incredible considering you are in front of the pyramids. Huge bed. I love all of the ancient Egyptian
hieroglyphics.
Yeah,
you haven't done the research, have you? You're going to the pyramids and you can't say it.
I can't pronounce it.
Hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics. We even have a pyramid light, which I think is such a cute little touch. TV, desk, kettle for our tea, our water, and we have our bathroom. But I do think the star of the show is the view on your balcony. We get to have breakfast on the rooftop, which I'm excited for.
This is a bit of alright.
Just a little bit. We actually saw this yesterday when we arrived just in time for sunset.
Cheers.
Cheers! Welcome to Giza. But this is why we wanted to stay here, so that we could wake up, have breakfast on the rooftop in front of the pyramids. We are here to help you with your internet safety and to ensure that you get private internet access VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network which hides your IP address and safeguards your internet connection. Actually, using the internet without a VPN is like sending a private message to a group chat. Everybody can see your message. Thanks to Private Internet Access VPN, we no longer need to worry about our own internet safety. Super easy to use. You can just download it to your computer and click one button and turn it on every time that you use the internet. PIA protects you from hackers and scammers that want to take your personal information. It's really helpful for us when traveling to countries because some websites and services are not available worldwide. Streaming services such as Netflix will also have different content in these locations, so using the VPN means that we can switch our location to one of the 84 countries and have access to a full library. We actually also like to use a VPN when booking flights because when you change your IP address, it sort of changes the prices of the flights. It's a little travel hack of ours. Signing up for PIA is risk-free and you will get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you sign up with our link, you can get 83% off, which is wild. It makes it almost free. It will work out around $2.03 per month. You will also get 4 months extra completely for free. Now, if that hasn't convinced you, PIA is the world's most transparent VPN provider with over 30 million downloads. They don't record or store your data, so you do not have any worries at all. Don't forget, you can get 83% off. Get yours for $2.03 per month with 4 months extra for free using our link in the description. Not to mention a 30-day money-back guarantee. That was a lot to say thank you to PIA for sponsoring today's video and for keeping our details safe.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Shukran.
Thank you.
Oh, shukran, thank you so much.
Beautiful meat.
Oh, wow.
It looks
Cheese.
incredible.
Labna.
The master chef.
Thank you. And also, this is aubergine jam.
Aubergine jam?
Yes.
Wow, that sounds interesting.
She is just the best. Everyone here at Jimmy's calls her mum, and you know, if you call her mum, the food is going to be incredible. The building itself, the hotel, actually dates back to 18 something, so it's over 100 years old, passed down from generation to generation to generation, and she has cooked us a right Egyptian spread. We have some falafel, we've got some Egyptian bread, we've got all of her homemade jams, which she said we've got to try all of them. She's very passionate.
She's so
about
passionate.
Her jams. We have our coffee, and behind me we have the great pyramids of Giza. You see them in books, you see them at school, you see them on the TV, but to see them for yourself in person, I wasn't sure what to expect. Like when we went to the Taj Mahal, I was like a bit apprehensive whether you go and you go, it's okay, it's just a building, but they live up to the expectation.
We are literally having breakfast, staring at the pyramids.
I mean, we've had worse places to have breakfast. I'm going to try her jam because she's so passionate, as you said. This is aubergine.
Yeah, she's like, try the jam.
Jam.
Try the jam.
Try the jam. Try the
Forget
jam.
the pyramids, try the jam.
Aubergine jam. I mean, it's so unusual, but such a unique thing to have. It doesn't taste like aubergine. It's funny, when you make anything into a jam, it just tastes nice, like sugary jam.
So the plan is for us to visit the pyramids by ourselves. You can do organised tours, but we've decided to just walk as we're only 200 metres away to the main gate. But the town of Giza is definitely it's definitely rough around the edges. You've got horses, you've got camels, you've got donkeys just roaming the streets. You're walking on all of their poo, but to be able to wake up and view the pyramids, it's definitely all worth it. You're also going to notice that when you're trying to walk to the main gate, as we are now, everyone's telling you you're going the wrong way when in fact you know where you're going. It's only a 2-minute walk. The most fun trying to get your ticket. Everyone pushes in.
Well, that was absolutely chaotic. Basically what happens is there's like touts, they offer to buy your ticket, and then they basically just push in the queue and expect a tip afterwards. So persevere in the queue.
Barge, just barge.
Barge, you get your ticket, but that doesn't take away from the fact that we have made it to the Great Pyramids. We have made it to the Sphinx. It is all just so surreal to me right now that we're here after all of that.
And there it is, the Great Sphinx. It is half lion's body, half king's head, and apparently it took around 3 years for 100 workers to carve this statue. It's actually only one piece of rock, so they used that one piece of rock, one piece of stone, and carved it into this masterpiece. It is actually 240 Egyptian pounds each for us to enter. You can pay extra to go into some of the pyramids. We've decided not to, as supposedly there is nothing to see inside, so we've just got the day to walk around this full site.
It's a lot bigger in person than I was expecting, and actually it no longer has a nose. It did used to have one, but supposedly due to erosion and due to soldiers and all sorts of things.
Some say Napoleon.
Some say Napoleon, but yeah, it is a lot bigger in person than I was expecting. I think that's just going to be the running theme. I totally didn't expect it to be this big.
It is a hot one today. Sunday, extremely busy, extremely hot, but we are making our way up to the 3 pyramids. I'm forgetting which one is which right now, but by the time we make it up there, I should have figured it out. I think a combination of that, the weather's great, it's a weekend, so it's really busy today. We haven't actually been hassled too much so far, and it's crazy, as you walk up the hill towards the pyramids, it really reveals the city of Giza behind. I still can't get over how close the city is to the pyramids. Salam, salam. Matt, what is your name?
What's your name?
Matt. Matt. And what is your name?
It's me.
Ismi. Ismi. It's nice to meet you boys. Shukran. Salam.
The boys of Giza are very friendly. Now that is one big pyramid. This is the Great Pyramid, otherwise called Khufu, named after a pharaoh, and the pyramids in fact date back over 4,500 years. So it's truly a marvel at how they were made.
Literally just across the road from the Great Pyramid is Khafre, which is the middle pyramid. And as you walk up to this, you can actually see what the pyramids used to look like many years ago, with the limestone at the very top, but over the years due to... I'm okay, thank you, shukran. La la la, shukran, thank you. That's the first person that's really asked me, they haven't been bad at all. You can see where it's eroded over the years and formed this grey sort of sandstone, which we know the pyramids to look like today. Yeah, perhaps later. You're back over here, so we'll have a walk and we'll come and find you for sure. Shukran. Shaban, thank you, my friend.
I know English people who don't understand.
No, we're okay. You've been nice, my friend. Thank you. Shukran.
The time has come for me to touch the ancient pyramid. I feel like you've got to do it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I feel like some sort of light's going to come off my hand. I've touched it.
Should we go home? Let's go. I'm ready.
I've conquered the pyramid.
Done. Finished. I like to walk. Thank you, though. Shukran, my friend. Thank you. It's starting to become a little bit annoying. We're trying to walk out to a panoramic viewpoint. We're thinking about maybe taking a camel or taking a horse, but I just don't know. I don't know if the conditions that they're in. If we find one in great condition and the guy wants to do it for a fair price, then we'll do it, but it's kind of annoying and they just follow you. But as soon as you take out the camera, it sort of works, it sort of run away. You're the youngest camel rider I have ever seen. You're very young.
How old are you?
16?
Yes. Are you riding 2 camels?
He looks about 12. We now have the 12-year-old trying to take me on his camel. I feel like I'd fall off. I don't trust him. You're too young to be driving, my friend. Too young.
We've managed to walk away from most of the people now and not get on the very young boy's camel.
He didn't have a driving license.
No, he definitely didn't. But this is the smallest pyramid of the 3. This is Mankhor, I believe. I actually think this one might be my favourite. It's less crowded. It's very
People
cute.
only come here on camels, I think.
Yeah, people only come here on the horses or the camels, and I think we're actually going to try and walk to the panorama view. If it takes too long, we might have to jump on a camel, but we're going to try and walk.
It was definitely worth this walk. The views are getting better and better on the way to the panoramic viewpoint in the distance there in the Sahara. We've got the 2 biggest pyramids behind me, and we've made it to the baby of the 3, and nobody is here. It's still a phenomenon. It blows my mind how the blocks were actually transported. They weighed between 2 to like tens of tons, and most of the material came from areas hundreds of miles away, which is why some people say these were built by aliens. And here's the little bonus for you. There is 3 baby pyramids next to the smallest of the 3. So there's actually 9.
9 pyramids!
We were the only ones crazy enough to walk. We were told by all the touts that we would not make it. It's too far. It's too hot. In reality, it's probably a 20-minute walk. And we had the whole of that walk through the Sahara to ourselves. But here are all 9 of the pyramids in their glory. They took the camels and we beat them.
Welcome to the Sahara, where we can do it on foot and other people do it on camel.
Hello. Wow.
Wow.
They are going to take our heads off. I'm pleased we walked.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Was it fun? Was it good? I'm from London. Where are you from? Indonesia. From Jakarta? Nice to meet you.
Aww.
Friendly Indonesians. How many camels do you think? 1 camel and you can have her.
100.
I think she's worth less than... Do you think 100 camels?
200 camels.
200 camels, and you can take her in your cart right now. Okay, goodbye. She's yours. She's yours, my friend. Shukran. Nice to meet you.
Bye. Blimey, this is posh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
A well-deserved beer. That was definitely my highlight. Walk out the way of all the people and take in the views of all 9 pyramids. To be honest, the people weren't too bad. I think it's about how you carry yourself. People say don't engage, but engage. Have a laugh with the touts, and it sort of flows a lot better. I think the camera definitely helps.
Definitely.
I think as soon as you have the camera, they don't want to be seen scamming you on the camera. But we have come into the Marriott Mina House, which is supposedly the oldest hotel in all of Egypt, and this is probably the most expensive beer I'm going to have the whole time in Egypt. This is going to cost us 155 Egyptian pounds, so like 5 to 6 English pounds.
London prices,
London
isn't it?
prices, but it is
This is not London. Look at this.
It's definitely worth it. I'm on this open courtyard looking at 2 of the Great Pyramids, drinking a beer. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. Wow, look at this. Thank you.
Hawashi.
Hawashi.
It looks amazing.
Shukran, thank you, my friend. I'll tell you what, I'm feeling like an Egyptian king right now.
This meal is fit for an Egyptian king. This is the hawashi, which we did actually try on our street food tour. So, Egyptian bread filled with meat, and then this one is topped with cheese.
It's basically like a burger.
I feel like the closest thing that I can describe it to is kind of like a burger or a quesadilla, you know, when they're like full, but...
It's good.
Oh, the posh version.
This is very posh. Cheers. We are
Cheers.
a little too posh today, but I feel we deserve it.
We deserve it, and that hawashi, that might be my new favourite thing.
Currently on the back streets here in rural Giza on the hunt for the beer shop, the alcohol shop. We did jump in an Uber from the Marriott Hotel, but he couldn't come down here apparently, and then everyone that we've seen has been saying no, it's closed, come this way, obviously to make money. I wasn't born yesterday, but we're on the hunt. Hello, my friend, you okay? The children in the back streets are very friendly, but it should be somewhere up here.
Hello.
You want the
No, I'm fine.
I'm okay, shukran.
It doesn't look like where there's going to be an alcohol shop just lying around somewhere.
Can we get 4 large cans of Stella, please?
Thank you.
Shukran.
Oh, we like Egyptian though. No, but like Egyptian. Heineken we can drink anywhere. Stella is good. Thank you too.
Bingo. We found the beer. We knew we were going the right way in the most randomly located alcohol store we have ever found. It was 30 Egyptian pounds, so 1 English pound per Stella. We're going to take these back and enjoy them on the hotel roof to watch sunset over the pyramids. Mental. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mission accomplished.
We're back on our rooftop. From the most expensive beer to one of the cheapest. I would highly recommend getting to the Marriott for your lunch or for your dinner, because the view there is pretty incredible, and you're only here once. We also have an amazing view actually. I mean, we're very lucky we have both. Still kicking off down at the square. It's definitely more expensive, more like London prices. So that is why we found that craziest shop ever to get the cheapest beer. Can of Stella, watching the sunset up on our rooftop.
Do you know what? I wanted to take some time to reflect before ending this video on the pyramids. If you watch a lot of our travel videos, you'll see that we are incredibly positive. We're always positive. I know there's negatives in all destinations, but it's just things that we don't really mention too much. And you'll see from this video that we were incredibly positive. We were positive about the hustlers. We were positive about the accommodation, which was great. The pyramids, they really are a once in a lifetime thing to see, something that you see for years as a child. But there's things that I wasn't going to mention but now I feel like I've got to. Like, I've thought about it, I've dwelled on it, and the hustlers in the pyramids, we don't mind because we're used to traveling, but for some travelers that aren't so confident and experienced, let's say, they're annoying and they can tarnish your whole experience. Secondly, the area of Giza as a whole, unfortunately, is a bit of a dump. This isn't the people's fault, but the fact that the pyramids are there and they get millions of visitors each year and they make millions of pounds from the pyramids, they should help the people in the area. And finally, the animals. Like, we saw some, after we stopped filming in Giza, there were some situations with animals that I'm just not going to go into, but it certainly isn't right what's happening to some animals right next to one of the most famous tourist attractions in the world. Didn't want to say this, there are so many positives. The pyramids as a whole, just being able to witness them is absolutely incredible. Our hotel viewpoints, waking up looking at the pyramids, out of this world. And the food at the Marriott, it might be a little bit expensive for Egypt, but to be sat in this beautiful garden with one of them things, like I said, that you've seen since a child, great. Don't let it put you off. Don't let what I've just said put you off. I would probably recommend that you do a tour. Then you probably won't witness any of this. If you do it on your own. Expect some of these issues to arise. But anyway, we've got so much left to see and do in Egypt. Definitely an interesting destination. We'll see you in the next one.